Hello, welcome to the newspaper review here on Thavtv. My name is Williams Abule, and right here on the show with me is Mr. Victor Sioko. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Right here, we bring you the headlines across newspapers around Nigeria, and hope you're ready to do this with us by dropping your comments and your reactions on the comment section. We'd love to hear what you think about the headlines we'll be bringing to you shortly. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do well to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button, and of course turning on your notification key, because with that you get notified whenever we come up with a new episode of the program. All right, we'll get into the headlines shortly, but before we do that, I want to ask you again, hope you are ready for the elections starting on the 25th of February 2022. Hope you're ready. Don't be worried about all the crisis going on. A lot is going on, but make sure you come out to cast your vote on that day. That's the 25th of this month, because that's how you can at least lend your voice to all of the drama going on right here in our country. Nigeria is our country, the only one home that we've got, and no matter how it looks, this is all we've got, and we must save it. So hope you're ready to do that. Let me go straight to taking the headlines, and we'll begin with Thisdaynewpaper. And on this day here, as headline, we see court discharges acquits Omokore firms of $1.6 billion fraud allegation, says formal procedure followed by the defendants in lifting sale of crude oil. All right, pick up a copy of Thisdaynewpaper to get full details of that story. Other headlines here, we see 48% of Nigerians now live below poverty line, says Humanitarian Affairs Minister. That story, you get details on page 9 of Thisdaynewpaper. And downwards there on this day, we see PDP, APC candidate hoarding cash, causing Nigerians pains. Tinubu, opposition creating national siege to disrupt elections. Holding my family responsible if I fail to perform, Obi declares. I'll prioritize education, security. Kwankwaso reiterates commitments. And we'll move on to the main headline here on this day. It says Naira scarcity. Buhari, Bagudu, Tambawal, Emefiele, Bawa meet, seek solution. President cancels meeting with NGF over Supreme Court's action. All right, CBN has no plan to thwart polls with Naira shortage, says Apex Bank governor. Also, we see here, federal government blames opposition for politicizing policy. CBN has disbursed over 1 billion naira to banks in Edo in 3 days, state government reveals. Ganduje alleges plot to disrupt democracy. TUC gives federal government 7-day ultimatum to address currency fuel shortages. Well, that's all the headlines we'll be taking on Thisdaynewpaper. All right, Mr. Victor, let's talk about the Naira scarcity. It has refused to go off the headlines, and that is because Nigerians are still neck deep into the struggle to get Naira from the banks. Let's not also forget that fuel scarcity is still raging on. The prices of petroleum products are still way up there. All of this is still happening while we're inching closer to the election date. Election is just barely 2 weeks away from now, and what do you think will be the body language of Nigerians when the election finally comes? Okay, so if the timetable still stays intact, that's the February 25th, 2023, if the presidential election and the National Assembly elections are being done that day, it will be so tough for the ruling party. Okay, but mind you, a whole lot of court cases are going on. Okay, just recently we had 4 political parties, the AA, the NRM, the AAC, and I can't remember the fourth one, just like yesterday. So now they went to the Federal High Court in Abuja to present a case that this date of February 10th, that's on Friday, should remain the last day that we will be using the old Naira notes. Okay, but now there are big issues. What are the issues here? Yesterday, the president was supposed to have a meeting with the governors together with the EFCC chairman, CBN, and co. But he cancelled the meeting with the governors. On what ground? On the ground that Kogi State Governor, Kaduna State Governor, and Zamfara State Governor, the 3 of them went together to the Supreme Court to get an injunction. Finally, the injunction came in this morning.
Yes, as breaking news and interim injunction.
Yes. Meaning that from their own injunction, if the presidency and the Federal Republic of Nigeria will agree to that Supreme Court injunction, that means this money will be extended way after the election. The use of the old naira will be extended after the election. And you know what that also means. And that is also breaking the back of the president. Now it is so clear that there is an infighting happening in the APC. It is fully clear. This is a full-blown war right now that El-Rufai and his team are fighting against the orders of the presidency. So let's see how it goes. We're waiting for the president to talk about it. But mind you, this will not be the first time that the presidency will be shunning the ruling of the court.
Yeah,
this will not be the first time.
That's true.
Okay, but if you go from another angle, you will now begin to wonder: is it that APC are the ones ruling the Supreme Court? That should be a case to ask right now. Reason: from the time of the presidential APC presidential primaries till date, you find out that the APC have been winning cases in the Supreme Court. Do I even need to go back to the Imo State case, the Imo State governor, how he became the president, how he became the governor, down to what happened in Akwa Ibom, where Akpabio did not participate in the primaries. The senatorial primaries in Akwa Ibom, he did not participate. He was just the same thing that happened to Ahmad Lawan, the Senate president. That was the same thing that happened to Akpabio. Akpabio was gunning for the presidency. He bought the form for APC presidential primaries. He did not buy for the senatorial position for his state. But what then happened? After he had failed in the presidential primaries, he still came back. In their own case, they had to do a rerun, just like even the Yobe East. That's the one of the Senator Lawan, the Senate. Yes, and Makina. So you find out that we are still seeing the Supreme Court. I'm sorry, I need to also say this. We are still seeing the same array of judgment, same pattern, same procedure. They find ways using the word technicality, just like I was mentioning yesterday. They came out to say, see, the Machina panel, his legal panel, that they came from the space that they are throwing out they are submitting the case with respect to originality of summons, but that they were expecting, in quotes, that it was supposed to come from the writ of summons, meaning that when you are coming from originality of summons, you are not contesting. It is not contentional. You are telling the court to interpret a particular case or an act. But I also now try to ask our learned lawyers out there. We are already playing this year's politics on the umbrella of the Electoral Act of 2022. Signed by the president, embraced by the National Assembly. So why is it that it's the same National Assembly that put this law into practice, and the other ones going from behind,
breaking it everywhere?
Yes. So it does not make sense. Now back to the Naira issue. Mind you, the opposing political parties are okay with the Naira. The presidency are okay with the Naira swap. But the APC, a faction of the APC, are not okay with it. But also, if you go to the streets, just like our Thavtv Naira reacts, you find out that Nigeria reacts. You find out that people are not so happy too. A whole lot of Nigerians are not happy. Let's also face the fact.
Because they cannot access their money. So they are not happy.
Yes, they are not happy. Yes, Peterobi has come out, Atiku has come out to say, see, Nigerians should just be calm. That, pain will usually happen when victory is on its way, that we should just be calm. But see, it's becoming unbecoming on the streets. Why would I suffer to make 5,000 naira? Pulling out that 5,000 naira, be paying 1,000 to pull out my 5,000.
Because she will sweat.
It doesn't make sense.
In some cases, those money that you've made, you did not even make up to 20%. It wasn't up to 20% profit. Now, let's say for instance, I do a business of 50,000. I get, let's say 3,000. I'm talking about how many percent? Less than 5%. Then you're not telling me that I should, for me to withdraw my money in cash, I should not be spending 20%. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. No two ways about that. But now, you also then ask, what are the major reasons for this naira swapping the old for the new?
Yeah.
You find out that, more importantly, it will aid the electoral processes because it will reduce
vote buying.
Yeah. But you also now start wondering, the plans that the CBN had and the presidency had for this, are they not being thwarted? You ask the question. Reason. Right now, there are strong indications, strong finger pointing that this same new naira are being hoarded by politicians.
Which is true. If you look at it, it looks that way. Because all those bank, staffs that were arrested for hoarding, who are they hoarding it for? Are they hoarding it for ordinary Nigerians that the percentage of people that have up to 500,000 naira in their account is very small? So what are they hoarding the money for? In millions. Are they hoarding it for their family use or for future use? And so I don't understand. It's just clear that some group of Nigerians, some set of the political class, or some Nigerians, and you can tell me that it is being hoarded for business, because a lot of businesses are done with bank transfers here, and you cannot tell me that I want to purchase, or I want to do a transaction of 200 million naira and I'm looking for cash. What do I need a cash for? I do transfer, and that's what has been the case. So these monies are being hoarded for the politicians, and we didn't run into all of this drama this is not the first time this is happening. It has happened severally, even before the APC primaries, before the primaries of both the PDP and the APC. We saw the way dollar became so scarce, thereby making the price so high. Until today, the price has not gone down. It is because the political class were mopping up dollars. We know these things, and it's playing out again. So let's not even be afraid to even say what's the real thing. It is what is going on, and the ordinary Nigerians are the ones suffering, feeling the brunt, because your small 20K, you cannot even access it again because somebody way up there needs money. So you should die in hunger. Now, mind you, this person that needs that money, it's not as if he's lacking. He has more than enough to feed a whole generation of your family. But he needs money to perpetrate some illicit act leading up to the elections. So you have to suffer for it. Why should it be so? Imagine what the CBN is saying, that they've disbursed over 1 billion naira of the new notes in Edo State. And go to Edo State, they're almost rioting.
Yes.
Because they still cannot access. Mind you, when they pile up at these banks to withdraw this money, it is not new money they give them. Oh. Let's be very clear on that. It is still old money that they pay them with. This 10,000 naira, they say you cannot withdraw beyond 10K or 20K. It is old money. Then for places where you have to withdraw, you have access to the new notes, you can only withdraw between 3K and 2K or 1K in some cases. So you see, where is the new money going to? It is clear that somebody is hoarding it. And that's the current situation, and it's really sad. You want to add?
Well, like you just said, if you check all the whole thing, you find out that still the Nigerians, the common man is suffering the common man at the end of the day. Why am I saying this? Because you go to the banks, you find out that some tellers are also doing some shady deals.
A lot of them are doing these shady deals. Even when you watch the Nigeria React video, you saw how those people that have that are on ground feeling this pain in all of these queues tell you how they charge them ridiculous amounts for them to withdraw one small money. It's painful. You want to go and withdraw 10K. A banker. I'm not a POS agent. It's not a POS agent. A banker is telling you that, Oga, this your 10K what they give you, and 9K I will give you. This 1,000 naira now because of say you reach here. It's not as if he even gave you express pass to where the counter is. You struggled your way there. They're still charging you 1,000 naira to pay you off. So it is that bad, and we are hoping that although the CBN has also promised that in one of the reports that they are on the matter, and in a few days to come, this is going to fade off. We are hoping that they keep to their word and they do it, because Nigerians are getting really agitated.
Yes.
Hence the protest you're seeing in different states. And I saw whether your state or Kwara. So somebody was shot in carrying out this protest. Somebody was shot. Police, you know them. They find it very difficult in handling riots. So before you know, instead of shooting blank bullets or tear gas, they go with live ammunition. And so somebody was shot. I hope that guy survived that injury, because he wasn't looking good in that video. But all we're saying is that we should keep calm and watch how the federal government handles this. But on the part of the federal government, if they don't deal with this matter on time, there are people they're going to find people taking laws into their hands. They've also threatened to burn up most of these bank branches. Hence, Zenith Bank has shut down all their branches around the nation just to protect their staff members, because people are beginning to threaten to burn down branches of these banks. And if you look at it, yes, we know that the banks have their own issues, but it's not all the banks. But then when the burning of banks starts, you will not be able to differentiate or separate the ones that are not involved from the ones that are doing it. Exactly. So we don't want to get to that point where it gets really bad. Federal government should please act, and act fast to save the situation. All right, we're going to move on to our next paper for today, and it's going to be Daily Sun newspaper for today, the 8th of February, 2023. And here on the Daily Sun, we have as headline, Nigeria fed up with, Nigeria fed up with APC, says Atiku outlines measures to address poverty. Again, gunmen invade CUPP spokesperson's home in Imo.
Wow. That
is on page 4 of the Daily Sun newspaper. I'll take that once more. It says, again, gunmen invade CUPP spokesperson's home in Imo. Moving on to the main headlines here, it says, angry bank customers destroy ATMs, vehicles, barricade highways as banks shut down operations in Lagos. Buhari meets leadership of Governors Forum, Emefiele. Nigerians reaching breaking point, NLC speaking. All right, details of all of that you find on page 6 of the Daily Sun news. But just like we were saying, it's really getting intense, and we hope that the federal government takes charge immediately. We'll move on to other headlines here. We see here as headline, CBN won't be used to scuttle election. Emefiele assures INEC of funds to pay service providers. Details of that you find on page 27 of the Daily Sun newspaper. On the side, we see as headline here, June 12 elements regrouping to derail democracy. Ganduje, Tinubu calls for calm over fuel. New Naira notes scarcity. You find all of that on page 6 of the Daily Sun. We also see here, Wike makes U-turn, reapproves stadium for Atiku's rally. Page 28 is where you find that story. All right, Mr. Victor, let's start with Wike. It's funny. It's strange. Again, there's a U-turn. Again. Yes, there's a U-turn. There's a U-turn, and this time he's saying that, they can PDP, that is the Atiku campaign committee, and the whole rest of them should come and finally use the same stadium he took from their hands and told them they should go and find another venue. It's funny how this thing plays out. But let's hear your thought on it.
Yeah, some persons out there are saying that he's unstable. yeah. But if you ask ourselves the question, you find out that he's really, really unstable, and there are some things happening behind the scenes that we might not just know. So why am I saying this? Because he was supposed to declare his candidate for the presidency
in January. Yeah.
Okay. So when he was even asked, like mid-January, Oga Wike, you're supposed to tell us who you'll be campaigning for president. He said, are we not in January? Did I mention any date? But now, Nigerians now waited, and the press now waited till the end of January. He still did not.
But he said that he may not have come out to the press to announce who he's supporting, but that his followers know who they are supporting. That's Wike for you. It's a man of mystery.
Right. So, okay, that's for the article. He came out before now, so a few days ago, that they will not be giving them the stadium any longer, because they are working with the opposition, and that particular opposition that they are working with, that they are known for violence, and they will not want the state property to be damaged, and for that reason that they should go and look for another place to have their campaign. Just like Atiku, I think Atiku and his team are beginning to look so mature in all this. They did not react. And Wike now came back again. But this time around, he mentioned APC, that he saw that they were campaigning together. That's Toyeko and Atiku's team, that they were campaigning together, and for that he does not want the violence that they bring. But mind you, 2 days ago, something happened at Omoma. That the APC went to campaign at Omoma,
and the venue
was destroyed. Canopies, vehicles brought down, people got injured. So you now ask the question, is it that the APC themselves,
they go ahead to destroy their
whether the ones that destroy their properties? That I don't know. It's left for the police to go.
But they have been accused of being the same people, perpetrating the act to look as if the current PDP government in Rivers State is against them.
Yes.
But that's a ridiculous claim, though.
Yeah,
sounds ridiculous.
It is. So, but now the question is it that Wike is going back to the PDP? But he still made an utterance that was destructive by my own understanding, calling Ayu a liar. Don't mind that lying Ayu, that none of the G5 went to meet him. But mind you, there are still strong indications that somebody like Ipazo might leave the G5. Reason, because it is said that his preferred candidate did not emerge as Guba candidate. That's the rerun Guba candidate of Abia State. Although if you even we do not even talk about this. I have acquaintance with Abia State. So, but if for our viewers, just 1 minute, sir. Okay, for our viewers, find out that back in the days when Ikone was the Guba candidate, he was from the same senatorial district of Ipazo. They call them the Ngwas. Okay, Ipazo is from Obingwa. Ikone is from Isialangwa. This time around, could you believe that that's the chief of staff, the chief of staff who won the current the just rerun primaries that happened on last Sunday? He is also from Isialangwa. But yes, it also came out that he was not the really preferred candidate. But politics. Sometimes they might just be lying and you don't even know.
Yeah.
That aside, but something unique wants to happen in Abia State. Why am I saying is unique? Because from the days of Odus Okalo in 1999, Odus Okalo handed over to his chief of staff, which was T.A. Oje. T.A. Oje handed over to his commissioner, which is Ipazu. Ipazu now is handing over
to his chief of staff.
Chief of staff. He found out that Abia State
just in the hands of
the viewer should complete the statement. Yeah, but finally for Wike, it's looking like he is not stable. No two ways about that. He hasn't really made up his mind. Some people are saying he will be supporting Tinubu, but he's fighting APC.
In Rivers State.
So I don't know. Maybe YPP. He might not support YPP or Showore.
We don't know. But then it's obvious that some of the decisions that he makes are beginning to make it look as if Wike is a confused man. It's beginning to look like that. We are not saying he's confused, but the decisions are neither here nor there. We may not fully understand what's going on way up there, but well, we are seeing some of the decisions and they are a bit confusing. All right, we're going to move on to our last paper for the day, but that will be right after the short break. Once we come back, we're going to take on our last paper, which will be Daily Independent for today, the 8th of February 2023. You stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Now that you have registered for your PVC, it doesn't stop there. Ensure you pick up your PVC. Be alert. Join many Nigerians to vote credible leaders that will change the tide of this nation. Do not sell your vote. Remember, this is our future. Your vote is your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thavtv Media Limited.
All right, you are welcome back from that very short break. We're still here live at the newspaper review here on Thavtv. And my name is Williams Abule, and with me here on the show is Victor Sioku. Together, we've been taking the headlines. If you're just joining us, please do well to be a part of this program by dropping your comments and your reactions on the comment section. Let's go into our last paper for today, and that will be Daily Independent for today, the 8th of February 2023. And on Daily Independent here, we have as headline, Buhari, NGF, CBN, Governor, EFCC boss meet over Naira notes scarcity. Anti-democracy elements regrouping to scuttle democracy. Gandhi J speaking. So do well to pick up Daily Independent to get details of the stories. Moving on to the main headline here on Daily Independence, we see Atiku's camp kicks as APC wants elections shifted by 4 weeks. All right, CBN won't be used to frustrate 2023 general election in Emefiele. That story you find on page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper. We also see here opposition parties behind Naira scarcity frustration. Lai Mohammed speaking, and page 7 is where you find details of that story. Killings, Imo lawyers, stage protests, boycott courts for 3 days. Page 6 is where you find details of that story here on the Daily Independent. Also, we see as other headlines here, one dead as Naira fuel scarcity protest spreads to Ogun, Ondo. Protesters destroy ATMs, parties billboards, vandalize banks. Governor Abiodun meets monarchs, warns protest will worsen situation. All right, that's all the details. The headlines will be taken on Daily Independent for today, the 8th of February. So I'm going to just let you take on other headlines of any of the interested headlines, or just do a political roundup generally.
Okay, so just like we showed on the screen, the Peterobi being at Yobe and Sokoto today.
Yeah.
Okay, you find out that the campaigns are going. They are almost over. By next week, I believe many parties will just go and get some rest. Okay, mind you, next week we have the Lagos and the Abuja rallies will happen by next week. So, so what also happened? Something, will I say, critical happened yesterday at Yobe State for the Obi campaign, Obi Dati campaign group. Because they were supposed to be at Yobe State, okay? I believe that Portiscom should be their state capital, okay? They were supposed to be there, but they weren't there, and their supporters were at the airport waiting for them. So even the supporters got so angry that Peterobi did not come. Some even called him a coward, okay? That you know, let's face the facts: the North, especially the far North, is not an easy place. Yeah, not an easy place for Peterobi. APC have their dwelling place. That should be the state of Mai Malab, the former interim chairman of the party. That's the APC. So, but today we can see the merriment happening over there. So that's for Peterobi. Now for Atiku. Atiku is not happy that the APC are calling for a postponement of the election.
What are they calling for the postponement of the election for?
Because of the scarcity, the fuel scarcity and the Naira
their
issues.
Business. Didn't INEC tell them that is not going to hamper anything? Hasn't the NNPC assured INEC that they are going to have adequate supply to move, their election materials from one point to the other? What other assurance do you need as a body? What are they calling for? It's not their problem. They should leave INEC to carry the headache of organizing the election. All you need to do, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for the battle ahead. Stop calling for any postponement. It will not change anything.
But if you check, technically it will also favor them. It might favor them. Let me use the word might, because the tension is just too much now. Nigerians are not happy with the APC. You might lay claims on the Naira that they might have a point, that the Naira thing really caused some issues, that they want to settle it so that everything will be on par. The mood will be on par. But what about fuel scarcity? Are they talking about that too? Why haven't they gone to court because of fuel scarcity? Why haven't they met the president because of this fuel scarcity.
He's the petroleum minister.
Yes.
He needs to be talking to us about what has he done and what has he done so far. What's going on? I mean, Nigerians are really suffering. I don't know. We probably are getting used to it. We probably are not protesting about, you know, the very high cost of fuel, but it is really biting us hard, and it's not something that we should be quiet about. They have taken the federal government to court concerning money scarcity. They should be taken to court too as regards this fuel scarcity. And then that's one thing we've been saying, that the Senate is not really talking so much about the fuel scarcity. They are more concerned about the money scarcity rather, because that's the one that directly affects them. Yeah.
Then they should also take the president to court for we having 48% of Nigerians in poverty line. Abule, well, am I be poor? From what is half of Nigeria is poor. So a whole lot of issues, and extending the goalposts for the next 4 weeks so that you have a good mood. It will not solve the problem.
It doesn't change anything.
It will not solve the problem.
This is there has never been a better time as now for the election to hold. Let's have it now. There's no postponement of any sort. We are ready to make our decisions now. Whatever the outcome is, we're ready to take it. But postponing the election to a later date will still not change what Nigerians have decided. So please, there's no need for that. We know that political parties are all tensed. A lot of stuff is going on with these political parties. If you listen to their body language and the things they've been saying on air, and the grumblings ranging from money scarcity to they shall pin their excuses on anything possible. I saw a story about June 12, Ganduje speaking. You know, they pin it on everything. So let the election hold today. Let it hold now. Let it hold now. Because the pain we feel, it is actually the push and the motivation that we need to all come out and participate in this election. This pain that Nigerians feel right now, it is what we need to participate in the election. So let the election hold now. Let us come out to vote. Because when everything is going on, where you find out that people play football on election day, play football on the empty streets, they play video games, they sleep, they Netflix and chill. But now there will be no light to Netflix and chill because there is no generator on. You cannot afford the fuel, right? It is time to come out and lend your voice to ensuring that the next election you'll be Netflixing and chilling, most likely, because everything has become better. So this is the time. No need for postponement. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor,
thank you,
for all your contributions. I want to thank you, our viewers. We really love you, and thank you for staying with us up to this time here on the program. Do well to subscribe to this channel. If this was your first time of seeing this video, please subscribe so that you get to see our next video when it comes up. And to get that on time, you need to turn on your notification, because that's how you get notified whenever we drop a new video. Till next time I come your way again, my name is William Sabule, and this has been the Newspaper Review on Thavtv. See you next time.